What do you do when you want to get something out there, but you're not certain that it's the good thing to do? Because what if people might laugh at you or ignore you or make fun of you because of it, especially the latter, not take you seriously anymore, basically? Well, that's the question I had. And last Thursday, I was about to ask Evan Carmichael that question when he actually started teaching us about being a person of influence. And basically that answered my question. So this was about me recording or having recorded a 30-second video, which was meant to show our appreciation towards the makers of One Chicago and expressing how much we were looking forward to the next season and why. And while I was recording it, I was thinking about what I wanted to get across. And there were so many things I wanted to talk about. And one thing being how Chicago Fire had helped me through some very rough patches. Last summer, I lost a client of mine, so I started binge watching Chicago Fire and seeing how they had to learn to deal with losses of people they had lost in the fire or their colleagues. It really helped me to come to terms with what had happened. And of course, it's still raw, but you know, being able to see that other people are struggling with it and how they deal with it, that really helps. And actually, I was just watching an episode and something was said, which was, we can change what happened, but we can learn from it. And it referred to not wanting to see someone slip through the cracks ever again. And that's actually how I feel. So when another client of mine was about to commit suicide, I got this text a couple of weeks ago. Well, basically, it all turned out very well. I recorded a video about it. He was rescued by a dog he had rescued before. It's kind of an amazing and, well, you know, it's not that a dog was living in that house or on that property, and that's what makes it so miraculous. Anyway, I recorded the video straight after, and that was something I was able to do. I was emotional, but it felt good to do because I wanted to get across to other people, please don't do it. There's always someone there for you, someone you can listen to, who can listen to you, who can give you the support you need. And sometimes it's not even your own family or your friends. It could even be complete strangers. And well, recording that 30-second video sort of brought it back. But that was way harder for me to get out there. The recording wasn't that difficult, although I must have recorded over a dozen takes, especially since it had to be done in 30 seconds. And all the positive outcome, I actually now have 3 minutes to record it again. So thank you, Joe, for that. But there is also the other part, which is Chicago PD. And what I love about Chicago PD is how the struggle of the characters is shown, how they change, how they have to deal with, you know, everything that's happening in the world nowadays. And when one of the things I started doing was I started looking at interviews. I wanted to know how the character Hank Voigt came about to be. Of course, it's everywhere in every interview you can possibly find. But it's true, you know, the first time I I saw this character in Chicago Fire, I was like, what the heck? And then later on, there was this entire show built around Hank Voight, Chicago PD, and I was like, okay, that's a totally different guy. And now I totally love watching those series. So when I was talking about the 30-second video, I actually said that I really would love to be in Chicago one day and get to explore the set. I mean, with Chicago Fire, you get to see so many views of the city. And of course, Chicago PD, whenever I now watch Chicago Fire and they actually bring up the police station, it's kind of funny to see what it looks like, and getting to know the building by now. If correct, I don't think it was Jesse, or it was Jesse and Bose and Marina who gave us a tour. No, it was not. It was La Royce who did it, who gave us the tour to the police station, which was kind of cool to see. And anyway, besides wanting to one day see the set, I would also love to do interviews. For a while now, I've been doing interviews, but other kind of interviews. Interviews with people, as in where they want to be a year from now on. And, and then turning it as if it's 1 year later and then interviewing them again. But lately, especially when Peter R. de Vries died, Peter R. de Vries was a criminal reporter here in the Netherlands. And he said that he didn't want to live on one knee. He said, well, okay, I know I'm a criminal reporter and I know there are hazards, but I'm not going to give in. I'm going to live my life the way I always wanted to live my life. And unfortunately, assisting certain people, he got killed for it. But his phrase is, well, I actually recorded a video about it to show other people how he looked at life and getting some encouragement from that. And, I'm curious by nature, and I like to see and find out what makes people tick. So yeah, when I was recording that 30-second video, I actually said I would love to do an interview with Dick Wolf, because he's the man who makes One Chicago happen. And those shows are good. They're really good. And, and I'm not the only one. I can watch them several times, and especially, with all the crossovers and seeing how they are connected. It's so cool to watch them from the first season again, just to see what has happened. Having said so, I also would love to do an interview with Jason Begay. I mean, he's the guy who recorded this video about pledging to spread inclusion. And when I saw this video, I was like, oh, but that's my one word. And that was so cool. Evan Carmichael talks about one word, your purpose, your mission, which directly comes from your pain. Well, I was always the odd one out, whether it was because the way I look, being raised in a country where everyone had blonde hair with blue eyes, and the occasional ones, the exceptional ones, had red hair with blue or green eyes. Well, of course, I didn't, and back then we didn't have that much pictures. So it never really dawned on me until I got to see a picture of myself. and realized, who's that? Oh, that's me. Well, also I was this metalhead, and well, I'm different. I'm still different compared to other people. And I had to learn how to fit in and how to deal with it. And well, the good thing is now I give people a voice because they are different. So that's good. And then there was this book, The Giving Tree, which was kind of cool. It's a children's book. And he told that he was telling the story into the camera because of Corona. So and the book itself by Shel Silverstein, it's about a tree who basically gives up everything she's got just because she really loves what used to be a little boy and later becomes an old man. And it's, he said something afterwards, and he posed a question whether it was better to be giving than to be receiving. He said, I don't know. He gave us something to think about. But, well, I can tell you, I believe that it's not good to give more than you can actually give. I mean, if you want to be the one who's there for other people, then it's so important that you have a strong basis, that you know that you are capable of supporting the other people. But sometimes that means saying no, I'm not going to do this, and take a step back. And especially the people who do not have the courage or have been ingrained with that they have to show respect to certain people, even though they might actually, well, let's say cut them down, not support them at all. Well, that's just not right. So I used that book to show them actually what's happening, because it's very nice and very well explained in the book. So it's, when you come across all those aspects of person, like I'm curious, so I want to know more, and so hence I would love to do an interview with him. Okay, so coming back to almost not posting and recording this video, due to Evan, I decided to, I'm not entirely, well, I don't feel very secure about it. But then again, it's okay to show your doubts, in this case, my doubts, and, show the world, okay, this is me. And yeah, I have a passion, and yes, this is what I want to do. And I do believe that by doing so, well, on one hand, people might say, okay, yeah, I'm a little shy doing this too. But on the other hand, who knows, those people might actually like it, that they get the heads up. I appreciate watching those shows and seeing your work out there. Well, let me know what you would like to get out there and what your opinion is about this.